Hi guys, how are you all doing? I'm excited as well. So today we are here to talk about studying abroad. I have few things that I would like to share with you. But if you have any questions, it's an AMA session. So anything that you want to know about studying abroad, I mean today is the day. So let me know. I'm sorry, but I'm not answering any questions related to interviews today. It has to be related to studying abroad. So if there's anything you'd like to ask, please let me know. So studying abroad is something a lot of students want to do nowadays, and especially after their undergrad is what I have noticed. So first, what you need to do is first you need to decide why exactly do you want to study abroad. Is it for better job opportunities? Is it for better research facilities, or is it because of peer pressure? I know so many people who've actually gone abroad because यार मेरे friends भी जा रहे हैं मुझे भी जाना चाहिए, for that reason. So I think it's very important to decide first why exactly do you want to study abroad. The next thing you need to ask yourself is, what is your end goal after you study abroad? Do you want to settle there permanently, or do you want to work there for a few years and then you want to come back to India, or do you want to come back to India immediately after you study? My suggestion to you would be that if you're planning to study abroad, you should spend a few years there and work, because international experience is what counts. Let me tell you one thing. A lot of students feel that, if I study from a very good international university and then when I come back to India, I'm going to get a very good job or I'm going to get much higher salary. Guys, it does not work like that. So even if you study abroad and you immediately come to India, you will get salary like within the same range that people generally get for that job position. Probably you will get slightly higher in that slab, but you will still belong to that slab. But if you get some international work experience and then you come back to India, well, that really counts. Okay, so please consider that option when you are planning to study abroad. So I have one question from Mathesh, and he's asking, is there scholarships for studying in abroad? Yes, Mathesh. So there are plenty of scholarships which are available when you want to study abroad. Easiest ones, I would say, to get would be when you're going for PhD programs. So when you go for PhD programs, most of them come with funding. So when you want to study for PhD, you get a stipend. Your tuition fees are completely waived off. So that's, I would say, although getting into a PhD program is difficult, but it comes with a scholarship. So I think that's the easiest scholarship to get, I would say. Scholarships also exist for master's programs. I would say when it comes to different countries, Germany is the easiest one where you can get scholarship. In fact, in Germany, you also don't have to pay a lot of tuition fees. So consider that. After that comes Singapore, up to my knowledge. Next is Singapore because you can take the service obligation scheme there. It's not a scholarship per se. Anybody who wants to take the scheme can take it, where 50% of your tuition fees is waived off provided you work in Singapore for 3 years after you graduate. There are certain scholarships which are available for US as well, and I've made a lot of videos on it which you can check out. Recently only I posted them. But the thing with US scholarships is that there's always a catch and they are, slightly difficult to get. Um, what are the opportunities for doctorate after MED on scholarships? I'm actually not well aware of that field, so I think I'll have to pass this question. Um, Hello, ma'am. How are you doing? I know you will never ever reply me. Why will I not reply to you? I don't have any personal grudge against you. But kindly tell me about job in Canada if possible. If you consider us, please reply us. Okay. So I think there are good job opportunities available in Canada, and I think it's easier to get citizenship in Canada, is what I've heard. So I think when it comes to IT jobs nowadays, IT jobs are available everywhere, whether you're in India, US, Germany, Singapore. So you'll be able to find jobs related to that. Otherwise, Canada and Germany both, I would say, are good locations to find core engineering jobs as well. Yeah. Could you tell me PhD program in France or Germany in CSE? What do you mean by tell me PhD program? I think you'll have to do your research about the kind of universities you'd like to study in. My suggestion to you would be to go on these university ranking websites. So one is QS rankings, another one is Times Higher Education rankings. Go there, look for CSE. What's the ranking of CSE schools in France and Germany? And then from there you can shortlist the universities you'd like to apply to. Okay. What is the total amount for studying abroad for bachelors? I would say on an average, if you want to go for bachelors abroad, you can expect to spend somewhere between 80 lakhs to 1.2 crores. So that's a big ballpark figure that I'm giving you. Okay. Which one is better, UK or Singapore, if we consider the living and tuition fees? Um, UK or Singapore, we consider the living and tuition fees. I think Singapore is going to be slightly cheaper as compared to UK when it comes to living and tuition fees. But then again, it depends from program to program. Okay. Is service bond applicable for master's program? Yes. So if you're talking about Singapore, it is applicable for master's program, but you need to be enrolled in master's by research program and not master's by coursework. Absolutely. So, chemical engineers can definitely get a job in Germany. I think it's a good place to get a job for chemical engineers as compared to the US. I would prefer Germany. Um, and can women get job in chemical industries? Of course, I am an example of that. I was working for Exxon Mobil, and there were a lot of women who were working there. So, women can easily get a job in chemical industries. They don't differentiate. um, what are some of the best universities that offer financial aid for bachelors? So again, I've made a video on this, Shreyansh, about the scholarship opportunities that are available. You will also have to do some research. I think it's a super broad question because there are different kinds of scholarships which are available in different countries for different programs. So you need to shortlist that down, and only then you can arrive at which financial aids you can consider. IELTS 7, 12th, 80%. Can I get into NTU? I'm not somebody who can tell you whether you can get into a university or not. I think nobody can tell you that. Uh, it's better that you submit your application, put your best foot forward, and then wait for the results. Nobody can predict these things. So I personally don't believe in people also who predict whether you can get into a university or not get into a university. Okay. Let me take this question. Can we come back to India after studying abroad and get a good job? Yeah, so I think I already addressed this question, Ishan. So if you come back to India after studying in abroad, you can get a job here definitely, but don't expect that you will be given a lot of special treatment. That generally doesn't happen. So similar to people graduating in India, you will also be able to find a job here. Um, Can I get into NUS if I have good percentage in 10th and have some research experience? So Shreyansh, they look at your class 12 board scores. So I think please pay attention to your class 12 boards more than your class 10. Okay. Um, Hello, ma'am. I'm looking for pursue my master's from SMU next year in data science and analytics. Would really love to know about the job opportunities in Singapore during these present times. So, Revan, job opportunities are available in Singapore. It's slightly difficult to get, though the competition is fierce. But having said that, if your profile is good, if you do internships, if you network with the right people, talk to your professors, send out applications, then you will be able to get a job in Singapore. So it's hard, but if you also work hard, then you'll be able to get a job there. Good evening. Good evening. Do NUS universities consider JE marks or percentile? I don't think so. They look at your both scores. Please recommend scholarship abroad website at upcoming video. I've already mentioned some of the scholarship websites in my previous videos. I don't think I'm making any more scholarship videos, so please check those out. What will be the cost for doing a PhD abroad? So I was also talking about this earlier and saying that generally PhD does come with a scholarship. So if you want to do a PhD abroad, you actually don't end up paying any money at all. Your tuition fees are completely taken care of, and on top of that, you also get a stipend, roughly $2,000 per month. That's like a ballpark figure again, but that takes care of your living expenses as well. So at the end of 4 years, you will not have spent any money. In fact, you would have saved some money from your stipend when you're doing a PhD abroad. Do technical education 1 year certificate affects admission chances? Uh, I am not clear about the question. I think I'll need more details. My pleasure. Happy to answer your questions. Yes, IELTS exam is not compulsory in Singapore. If you can prove that your medium of instruction was English in your college, then you don't have to give IELTS or TOEFL examination. Okay. So, guys, I wanted to share something with all of you. From 23rd July onwards, we are conducting a studying abroad course at WiseUp. So, for all of you who are applying for 2023 admissions, either for your undergrad, master's, or PhD, I would strongly recommend you join this course because we'll be talking about how to write SOPs, which is your statement of purpose, personal statements, letters of recommendation, and even emails to professors. For those of you who are going for research positions, you actually need to email the professors beforehand. And that gives you a better idea about the kind of research you'll be doing, and that also increases your chances of getting admissions. Because if professors like your profile, they might shortlist you, and then your chances to get an admit increases. If I take my example, when I had sent out emails to professors, there were two professors who replied to me and accepted me. One was my professor from NTU Singapore, and another one was from Georgia Tech University. And in the end, I got admits from both these universities. So we'll be talking about all these things, sharing step by step process with you, how to write these essays. I'll be sharing a lot of sample SOPs, sample LORs with you, not the ones taken from the internet, but they are of my friends who have actually gotten into some of the best universities in the world, in Germany, in the US, like Columbia University, Georgia Tech University. So I'll be showing you samples of those so that you can know like what kind of SOPs you need to write to be able to get into these universities. So it's starting this 23rd of July, and it'll go on for a week and a half. I think 2 weeks around. So we have total of 5 sessions of almost 1.5 hours each, and we'll be talking about each of these documents. So don't just think that scores are everything. If you have good GRE score, if you have good TOEFL score, that's the only thing you need for your application. It does not work like that. You have to pay a lot of attention to your essays as well and make sure you submit the best essays possible. So if you want to work on your SOPs, do join us for this course. It's starting 23rd of July. I will put the link here in the description for you, in the chat box for you. A lot of people have also taken our courses in last year, and so many of them have gotten into their dream universities. I keep getting messages from them. Some have also gotten into Singapore universities, US universities like ASU, NYU. So it's really nice to hear that. And it also gives me that confirmation, that it does help. Like, working on your SOPs, working on these documents does help. And if you put in a lot of effort, you actually make that difference, make that jump from getting into a not so good university to getting into your dream university. Yeah. Okay, let me look at some other questions. Is it necessary to send SAT scores to NUS? Also not compulsory, Shreyansh. नेहा मैम, मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग डिप्लोमा होल्डर का कोई स्कोप है सिंगापुर में काम करने के लिए? मुझे कम आइडिया है थोड़ा डिप्लोमा प्रोग्राम्स के बारे में, बट आप अप्लाई करके देख सकते हो। मैं स्ट्रांगली रिकमेंड करूंगी कि जैसे monster.com है, indeed.com है, ये सब पे ज़्यादा अप्लाई नहीं करके, अगर आपको मालूम है कौन सी कंपनीज हैं जहाँ पे आपको मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग की जॉब मिल सकती है, आप उनके कंपनी के पोर्टल में जाओ, आप उनका करियर्स वाला पेज खोलो, आप उसमें देखो कि कौन सी जॉब ओपनिंग्स है, एंड आप वहां पे अप्लाई करो। उससे क्या होता है कि रिक्रूटर्स का टेंशन वहां पे ज्यादा होता है एंड आपके चांसेस थोड़े इंक्रीज हो जाते हैं। ठीक है। आर AP scores accepted in Singapore universities? Yes, they are. Is there any financial aid to join the course? We have a 10% discount on our premium plan, but I feel that these courses are fairly priced just compared to the amount of money you will be spending for studying abroad. So, no, there's no financial aid available. I don't think these courses are even 1% of the cost that you will be paying for studying abroad. So, yeah. Yes, Lawrence, I do assist people to get admitted to foreign universities. I don't particularly help with the application process because I feel it's fairly simple and it can be done by the students themselves. I also do not believe in consultancies which choose the universities for you and then apply for you. I do not believe in that. I feel uh, university shortlisting needs to be done by you because you know what your interests are and where you would best fit. But there are other parts of the application that I help in, which are these essays and documents that you require apart from the scores. So that's your statement of purpose, that's personal statement, letters of recommendation, resumes, and even emails to professors. So we offer a course where you can actually learn how to write all these things. Another reason why we don't write SOPs or we don't write LORs for people is because we believe that you know yourself best. And if somebody else is writing an SOP for you, they will not be able to do a good job. It's only you who can write an SOP as to why exactly you want to study abroad. So I'll share my personal experience with you. So in 2017, in 2016, I was applying to study abroad. It's been 6 years since then, and I felt that my English was not very good, and I knew how important SOPs were, I knew how important LORs were, and I did not want to take a risk. So what I did was I found out a person who wrote SOPs for students. I hired him, paid a lot of money, and got my SOP and got my LORs written. In the end, the product that I got was very impersonal. It almost felt like that SOP could belong to anybody. It was not my SOP. It could just fit anybody. Just all my information was put there. There was no emotions, no feelings, no personality trait attached to that SOP. And I was not convinced. I did not feel like submitting that. So in the end, I wrote the SOP on my own, and that actually got me an admit into some of the best universities. So it's very important that you write these documents yourself. You learn how to write it and then you write it yourself. And to help you with your English, to help you with your grammar, sentence construction, I am there. So once you learn how to write these documents, you prepare it and you send it to me, and then after that I correct it for you and I make sure that it is ready for submission and it's in good condition. If one is very good in English, will that improve chance of admission in Singapore? I don't think. I mean, depends on the program that you are applying to, obviously, but English won't be like the only criteria. They are obviously going to look at other things as well. Do you help people to get scholarship abroad? No, I do not help people to get scholarship abroad. Glad I could answer your questions. I want to do research on pharmaceutical. Can you tell me any current topic? I think this is something you have to do. Nobody can tell you what topic to do research on. So you go online, you do literature survey, and then you figure out what topic you'd like to do your research on. I've also made a video on how to choose your research topic, and I talk about three different ways how you can figure that out. So please check that video out. Okay. Being in 12th mid, is it late to start procedure for applying abroad? No, no, not at all. In fact, the applications will open now, like from October, November onwards, so you're not late. I'm sorry, I don't know about primary school stage. I just, I only assist high school students and undergrads and postgrads who wish to study abroad. I'm really sorry about that. So, guys, I think thank you so much. I hope I've answered most of your questions. And I'd love to see you guys in the course. I'll just put the link here once more in case some of you guys have missed it. It's, as I said, it is starting from 23rd of July, and it's actually the last study abroad live course that we're doing this year, because I think after July it will already be too late. Ideally, you're supposed to start writing your SOPs and LORs in August and September. So this will be the last live course for this year. Next year we'll be repeating the course again. Okay. So do not miss your chance if you're interested. Oh, my pleasure. 1 second, I'm just typing the link and then I'll answer your question. Okay. Yep, here's the. No, I think I made a mistake. Uh, that link might not work. Yeah, I'll just retract the previous one. Anyways, the if I have a research paper, if yeah, if I have a research paper which I want to review it, is it possible with you? We don't do one-to-one sessions. It's actually not possible for us. We don't have that bandwidth. But we do offer a course on research writing if you wish to learn how to write a research paper or a review paper. Okay. What is the procedure for admission in Singapore or any other country? I feel it's a very broad question. I don't think I have the time to answer that right now. But what we do is we offer a one-to-one Singapore consultation session. So if you have any doubts, any questions about studying in Singapore, you can join us for that. Okay. Can I work for any number of hours while I want to pursue MS? So it the number of work hours part time varies from country to country. I don't know about US or any other country for that matter. I know about Singapore because I've studied in Singapore. So in Singapore, the part time work hours was 16. So in a week, you could work for a maximum of 16 hours part time to get your living expenses covered. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. So I think I should take your leave. Thank you so much. It was really nice interacting with all of you. And hopefully, I'll do more live sessions and I'll get to engage with you all again. So, thanks a lot. And I'll see you for the course. Bye and take care. Okay. Bye bye, guys. Next, any other doubts, I'll answer it in the next live session. All right. Thank you. Bye. Bye.